Hello there, and welcome back to another Brawlstars video. This video is going to be about all of the best brawlers to use for the maps and modes in the Championship Challenge this season, along with which ones, of their star powers and gadgets are going to be the best, and the best strategy to use to guarantee that dub. Also, I do have a Discord server if you want to check that out, which, I ask people to make videos with me sometimes, or just play with me. And, yeah, if you want to check that out, link in the comments. And, for the final announcement, like and sub for Leon in your next box, absolutely guaranteed. No, I'm just kidding, but for real, you should consider liking and subscribing because it really helps support my channel by just clicking 2 buttons. Alright, enough with this intro, let's get into the video. Alright, if you take a look in your mode select menu, you will see that one of the modes is Championship Challenge. And just in case you don't know what Championship Challenge is, it's basically a tournament which everyone can play in and receive many rewards such as skins, power points, tokens, and coins. However, this Championship Challenge is going to only offer star points, which, is actually pretty good, because with star points, you can buy skins and mega boxes from the shop. Also, everyone has the star powers and gadgets for all the brawlers in this mode. Like, look, I have it on Championship Challenge right now. I can switch between all of them and still have star powers for brawlers I don't have star powers for. And, you're probably going to wish that your teammates watch this video because randoms you're going to learn are not very good, so I do suggest playing with a friend or club member or something. Alright, the first mode is going to be Siege. This map has a very open center, which will be very good for longer range brawlers. Some examples could be Brock, Bell, or Jesse. These brawlers could be a great center lane, so to speak. So now that you just have the right and left lanes left, it is important that you have a thrower on one of either the left or right sides. I suggest using either Sprout or Dynamite for this, although Tick could also work, because Dynamite's stun can really do well against big team pushes, or Sprout with Bush Shield star power and Regrowth gadget, where she takes the bush and heals. I would personally use the plus 1000 damage star power for Dynamite, but I mean, that is really up to you, because I know Dynamite Jump can be helpful, but, I would personally use the plus 1000 damage star power. And now for the other lane, so if you did the thrower on the right lane, this would be left lane. So I would go with a turret brawler, like Pam, 8-Bit, or Jesse, if you didn't use Jesse for your middle lane. In which case, Bell is also a viable option for this lane, if you also didn't pick Bell. So, if you do end up using Pam, I would use her healing star power along with her only gadget. And 8-Bit, you should use the turret teleport gadget with extra range for turret star power. This is very important because you can place your turret in the top corners, the middle sections, so that while you guys are killing the people in your lanes, you are also helping the middle lane brawler either have more healing if you're Pam or doing more damage if you're 8-Bit. And, that'll help them with killing their enemies. And also, you should push into the middle when all the brawlers are rushing the middle, just to help out your middle teammate, because, sometimes it can be kind of difficult to kill 3 brawlers as 1 brawler. Alright, the next mode is Hot Zone. The best strategy for this map is going to be using a thrower in the big bush behind the wall to the right-hand side. The throwers I would recommend are Tick or Dynamite, but if you want to do Sprout or Barley, go for it. I mean, I don't care. And then also use Wheeling Oil for Tick and either Star Power for Dynamite, along with the Stun gadget for Dyna and the Stealed gadget for Tick, because, those are just 2 really good gadgets. Okay, now for the 2 brawlers that are going to be the attacking brawlers, as I would say. So, I would recommend using 1 long-range brawler and 1 medium-range brawler. Do not use tanks. They're going to get shredded. Some great brawlers for this are going to be Jesse, Bell, Pam, 8-Bit, Brock, even Sandy. I would say that the best combo out of these duos are going to be like a Sandy and Bell or Sandy and Jesse, along with the Dynamite or a Tick or a thrower to use, because between the healing star power for Sandy and the fast turret gadget for Jesse, that's really good. And then also Bell also bounces between brawlers if there's 3 brawlers rushing you, so that is just a very viable team, I would say, for Hot Zone. Okay, the third mode in this tournament is actually Heist. The Heist map is actually kind of interesting because you can't play a typical 3-lane like we did in Siege. Instead, you have to play more of a middle defense who's going to sit in that middle area, along with a middle and right lane brawler who are going to be pushing the safe. And on the right lane, I would personally recommend using a Brock. Now, because his damage to the Heist safe with Incendiary is insane. And he's at the perfect range away from the safe, right near that right bush on the side. And Brock, I would just say Brock is a definite use for this. Like, he's so good on this map. And now for this central / defensive / like not very aggressive brawler, I would say use Pam, Jessie, Byron, or Belle. I say this because Pam can heal her teammate, who is the central rusher, while still being good at defense and possibly can get some chip damage on the safe. And Jessie, because when your teammate made a successful rush, you can throw your turret on the safe and do mad damage with that super speed turret gadget. Also, use her bounce between the enemies star power because it can hit the safe and then bounce between them. And Belle just doesn't have any other star powers or gadgets to choose from, but I mean, still shred. Also, Byron used the heal himself gadget with the piercing star power. Byron is a very good pick for this. I would also recommend Byron for that middle center for that middle lane. Next up is the middle attacker lane brawler, or whatever you want to call it, middle lane. You're going to want to, get down in that bush that looks like a Z formation and try to get your super, because that is the best line of attack. And the best brawlers for this position are Nita, because Hyper Bear is freaking OP on the safe with either gadget, honestly. And then if you didn't use Jessie for the middle, like the middle defensive lane, then Jessie is also a very, very good brawler for that position. Okay, the mode after Heist is actually Bounty. I can tell you how important it is to use long-range brawlers for this map. I mean, just look for yourself. But some really good picks are Belle, Byron, Brock, B, Jessie, even Piper if you're really feeling bold. The team comp I would use for this would be a Belle, Jessie, Byron comp, because that healing from Byron is OP along with Jessie turret, and Belle just has rain to pick off any brawler. Like, you've seen the damage Belle does. The strategy I would use for this would be to let the other team rush the blue star, and then as soon as they do, kill whoever got the blue star, and this will give you a 3-star advantage, meaning you can now play passive and let the other team rush you. When they rush you, if they aren't playing a 3 long-range brawler like you, then it's GG for them, because you guys have the long-range advantage and you can just snipe the lights out and absolutely destroy them, and, before they can even get close to you. Now, if they are playing 3 longer-range brawlers, you just have to outplay them, hit your shots, and let Byron heal you guys like crazy while the 2 snipers just unpeek from behind the wall, shoot, and then just keep repeating this until the enemies are dead. Okay, the final mode is Brawl Ball. Congratulations if you made it this far, by the way, because that is not that easy to do. And what I recommend for this Brawl Ball map is playing a traditional 3-lane formation. And, a lot of Brawl Ball has a lot to do with just brawlers you're good with. However, do not have more than 1 long-range brawler on your team, because you could easily get crushed because of all the walls. Now, for your longer-range brawler, your 1 longer-range brawler, I would play as either Belle, Jessie, or Byron, because Belle's mine gadget is OP in Brawl Ball, especially this map when constantly running around walls. And, enemies will be traveling in groups a lot of times, which would also be very easy pickings for Jessie. And Byron's healing is just so OP with the piercing star power, like, you can't overlook Byron in any of these modes. And the long-range brawlers that you should take are, for the left lane, fire at their close-range brawlers. For the middle lane brawler, I would play a tank. A tank is viable, however, I would steer away from Bull and Primo unless you're really good with them. Frank can be really good as well if you're against a lot of tanks, because if you break all the walls, they have no chance of survival. Like, a Rosa and a Bull aren't going to do anything against a Belle and a Jessie with no walls. And Rosa's shield is just freaking OP when carrying the ball to goal. Using the heal star power in bushes and make bushes gadget for Rosa, and the added damage after kill star power with no stuns gadgets for Frank. Next up is the right lane. This is the lane that really just comes down to it being your choice. Play a double tank, play an extra long range, which, isn't a smart idea, but, you get the point. Just do whatever. And I would use a thrower such as Dynamite or Sprout, but other viable options are actually Leon with Invisi-Heal to carry the ball to the goal. And also you can use Pam for that extra healing and damage. Very, very overpowered strategy there with the Leon, by the way. Alright, that's going to do it for today's video. I would suggest sending this video to your friends that you're going to be doing this championship challenge with, because, you know, if they don't know your strategy, then the strategy is pretty much useless. And, yeah, don't forget to join my Discord server and comment down below any other suggestions you would have for this tier list. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.